Hey Aquarius, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is your love reading for the mid part of June 2019. Or cross watchers, I know you're here. There ain't no shame in a cross watching game. Aquarius, when I was delving into your energy, I was just like, la la la, like I didn't want to hear it. And that's where you're at. You don't want to hear it. You're done listening. It's not that you won't listen, it's more that until someone comes at you with the right, actually, let's get into the cards. Well, that's what I was getting. And until it's what you need to hear, what they need to be saying, you don't want to know. You don't want to hear it. I feel like you've heard it over and over and over again, and now it's time for actions. No more words. I'm not accepting apologies this second half of June. I'm accepting actions only. Okay, we have the Prince of Pentacles, Prince of Coins. This is a very slow-moving energy. You've been waiting on this. You've been waiting to hear these words. And this is for singles and couples. I'm really getting a sense of couples have been waiting on their partner to really make this change or say what they need to hear or an apology, but not a worthless apology. No more words, actions. And it's been slow coming. Like you're almost giving up. For singles, there's a group of you that are almost giving up, waiting to hear back from this person. 10 of Wands. You're ready to very, very swiftly move on, and they're about to miss their opportunity. Like you've waited a long time. This isn't something that you just got up today and decided on. The High Priestess. Your intuition is telling you that there is more to this situation than you're aware of. This is for couples and singles, and you want to get to the bottom of what it is. Okay. 3 of Wands. I feel like this is a fight or an argument that has gone on over and over and over, and I'm almost hearing, why do you keep bringing this up? And it's because you haven't really got to the bottom of it. There's been no resolution, so to speak. It's sort of been glossed over, or you've got tired of fighting, and the argument just keeps going around and around in circles, and it will continue to until you hear what you need to say, and you're done arguing about it. And you know that saying, when someone goes silent, that's when you worry. Like when they give up that passion to fight anymore, that's when you should worry. Which might be, with this 10 of Wands, that silence might be what pushes them to move into a space of doing rather than this slow Prince of Pentacles, this slow movement, this sort of almost knowing you've put up with this behavior in the past so they don't have to rush into anything. I feel like you're working hard at the moment to keep up this distance from the situation, to keep up this silence. This isn't easy for you. I feel like you want to approach the situation. There are things coming up where you want to take little digs and you want to just delve straight into it, but you know it's not going to be worth your time. For some of you, this isn't a major issue. There's no major arcana out here. Well, there is the High Priestess is out here, but that talks more to your intuition and knowing what's going on. For others, it's just something that's been on the table for a while. I feel like the cards have been laid out there and you've been waiting for a response to this. 9 of Pentacles. And just as I was about to say that, there is a group of you that have been waiting for your partner to propose or take things to another level. And it's not going there, but their behavior is showing otherwise, but their words aren't matching it. Or vice versa, their words are saying, yeah, let's do this, but their actions aren't jumping in and showing you. And this 9 of Pentacles, traditionally, and this has always been this way for me, this card is the woman or man who has everything except love. And it's like everything else is working out so fine, our relationship's going so fine. Why won't you bring it to this next level? Why won't you push it to where it needs to go? And you're doing your part. We've got to carefully attentively tending to this garden. You have been tending to this garden of your relationship for long enough now. You deserve the clapback that comes with it. You deserve to be raised to that status. And whatever that status means to you, it could mean jumping into a full-blown relationship, announcing it to everyone, I don't know, changing your status on Facebook. It could be something as simple as that, but it's definitely wanting recognition for something that's rightfully yours. I mean, not that you own them, but, you know, you've earned this place in your relationship. The moon. Here we go. Some more major arcana are coming out. This is, see this wolf's hanging around in the background, and I feel like there might be people hanging around that you feel like you want to announce this relationship so they understand where both of you are at. Like, this is it. We're off the market. He's off the market. She's off the market. Sort of sniffing around them. This is done. Back off. And see these two houses here. I feel like someone's wanting to move in with someone else. There is definitely a situation where you're like, let's take it to the next level. You're paying your rent. I'm paying my rent. This is ridiculous. You know, we're at each other's house every night. Why don't we just take this to the next level? For another group of you might be wanting to move out of the home you're in with your partner. Like, I'm feeling almost like two sides to this story, and they're two groups of people. You might be dealing with a Cancerian. I'm seeing a lot of Cancer energy. There's also a lot of earth signs here. A lot of earth signs here. Look, we've got the 3 of them here. And they come out pretty early on. So there is definitely a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn hanging around. And if you're a cross-watcher, you may just be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But then in saying that, there's some fire energy here. How we're all hanging out here today. But this Prince of Pentacles is definitely standing out. Whoever this is, they are so reserved with their feelings. They're so reserved for their emotions. You almost just want, like, this is not the type of person that drunk texts you. You know what I mean? They're not beating down your door with, I don't know, a 1990s boombox declaring their love for you. And you know they love you and that's fine, but you want the boombox. You know, you want them outside your bedroom window at 2 a.m. declaring their love for you. 5 of Chalices. So some of you have broken up and you're waiting for this person to come back. It almost doesn't feel like there was any closure. For a group of you, you'll even take an argument at this point. You're just waiting for them to show up, and that's what's happening. They're not showing up. And not that there was no closure, but it's worse than that. It's almost like you didn't even get told that I feel like you were ghosted. Like the communication just started to drop off to the point where now you don't even know where you stand. And you're not getting a reply back. You're just not. And it's making you feel crazy, or you feel like a chaser, when logically, if they just told you what was going on, you'd have some sort of place to work from. And this could be in relationships too. I'm also getting a sense of your partner's not telling you what's going on. They're going through things. The dynamic of your relationship's changing, and they're not being vocal about it, which is causing you to keep bringing it up, and then they're getting frustrated as to why you keep bringing it up. But logically, because you're not getting any answers, and you worry about your partner, and so you should if you're in a situation like that. Like, where do you stand? You deserve... I'm sorry if I'm a bit puffy. I have a chest infection and a cold. So good times here. But you deserve to know where you stand. Now, the 7 of Swords just popped up, and I picked it back up and put it in the deck out of reflex, but I'm wondering if there's sneaky behavior going on, or you're suspect of sneaky behavior going on, especially for the ones that broke up. Like, was there someone that stepped in? Did you notice a change in their behavior as time was going on? And when you asked to question them, did you sort of get no response? Ace of Swords. There is a communication that is not happening here. It is just not happening. And you're pushing for it. This is singles, this is couples, this is in separation. You are pushing for this conversation. I feel like if some of you have had communication lately, it's very surface. It's very surface communication. You're almost too scared to keep pushing because they'll ghost you again. Knight of Swords, you are coming, and I almost feel like go in hard, because if they're going to ghost you, that's your answer anyway. So go in, have the conversation you want to have. If sometimes no answer is the answer, as crazy and as frustrating and as cruel as that is, because it is cruel to do that to someone. But if you've got to a point where you haven't had this conversation needs to be had at least once for you to set your mind at ease. They owe you enough to tell you what is going on. And that's what's going to set you free. That's what's going to set you out onto your path for what's coming next. Let's find out for singles. What is coming next? Oh, is there a card flipped here? Knight of Wands. Let's find out what is coming next. If you're waiting and you're at a stage where you don't want to wait anymore, let's find out what's coming into you. Okay. So there is opportunity coming in. There is work at moving forward. But I almost feel like now you're too scared to even step forward. You're holding everything back. You're holding what you have to yourself. You almost don't want to offer it to anyone else because you feel like it's for the person that you're waiting on, even though you don't want to wait for them anymore. And I get this kind of confusion. It's that around and around and around. I'm getting cord cutting for the ones that are single, who aren't getting that communication. If they're going to come back, they'll come back. But in the meantime, start doing you, because I'm feeling like almost resentful, and your Lover's card has just come up, and that's after I said that. So for the group of you that aren't getting the communication, maybe this moving forward is what will help things fall into place. And if not, you might just meet somebody, even though you feel like this person's irreplaceable, you might meet someone who can replace them. Sometimes people come into our lives and we feel like they're our be all and end all, but they're just preparing us for the next person that comes in. Okay, 3's dropped out and Spirit's telling me to take them. Oh, and now I know why. Your Emperor's coming. This is stable energy. This is trustworthy energy. This is someone who will work with you, guide you. You can guide them. Like, it's a balanced relationship. And speaking of balance, here we are with the 2 of Pentacles. And there's so much earth energy here. And that's good for you, Aquarius. You know, someone who can help balance you out, but make sure they're respectful to you. Make sure they're not cold and reserved and they've done their healing. Like, check. What's that thing? You know, what are you coming at me with? What kind of past traumas? But there is strong foundations for this. There is stability. This is also my marriage card, and I don't like to throw that out. So for the ones that are waiting on a proposal, that is coming in. I don't want to get your hopes up, but it has popped up, and it pops up for a reason. So maybe you need to throw out that one last hint, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign. There is so much earth here, and it come out with an earth sign. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, maybe just leave a catalogue on the kitchen bench right by their coffee cup or something. Just a subtle hint, you know, or tag them on something on Facebook. Just something nice and subtle. Okay. Oh, and straight after that, and this is for our singles, allow your heart to break while you wait, or the separated, more like while you're in that space, allow your heart to break, allow yourself to go through all these feelings, all these emotions, process everything, because you stuffing that down and waiting for them to come along is just causing you more grief. Especially for the twin flames watching this, as you heal, they heal. Now, that is not the reason we heal, but it is a sort of knock-on side effect, a good side effect. So allow your heart to heal. Okay, I want to delve into the couples that are going through it right now and wanting to. Okay, so we have you showing up as the Queen of Pentacles couples, and you've been holding down the fort for a while. And now it's time for an explanation. I feel like this person that you're dealing with has really turned themselves to work or something outside the relationship to distract from what's going on rather than dealing with the situation. There is good news coming in. The Page of Cups tells me that they will approach the situation. It may not be in the way you want them to, but be wary of allowing them the chance to speak. Don't jump down their throat with, well, this isn't exactly how I want it to be, because I'm still going back to that I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it energy. And what Spirit's telling me is tread softly, allow them to speak, see what comes out. You may get to the end of the conversation and think, no, it's not good enough. Like, no one's telling you to accept it, but give them a moment before you jump, is what Spirit's saying, because it may come about in a real roundabout way, but it may just come out. Speaking of coming out, these cards are going absolutely crazy. Now, while I'm speaking, if this does not apply to you, go check out your Venus sign or your rising, or check out your chart. You may carry a lot more of one sign in there than you do others. Also, if this doesn't resonate, please don't be nasty in the comments. I have, this is for a big group of Aquarians. It may not resonate with all of them, and it will definitely resonate with the people who need to hear the message, and that's why I get on here, is to give those messages out. But you are very welcome to check out your other signs or just hang out for a bit. Okay. So we have the Seven of Pentacles that have come back out. People in a relationship, don't give up just yet. As long as it's healthy, as long as you're not under any duress, don't give up just yet. I feel like your partner is going through just a really rough time right now, and they're needing you to just allow them to be for a little bit. And I know that's not what you want to hear. You're like, well, when's it going to be fixed? I don't do time frames, but let's get a little more clarification on that, because Spirit, that's a big call. That is a big call. Okay, so a few's dropped out and they've told me to keep them. Okay, so what is going on with your partner right now, couples? Oh, so we have the Ten of Swords, which usually tells me there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of worry, and this could be coming from you worrying about them, like their behavior's probably changed, something's not adding up. This could also, this could also be their worry, which is changing their behavior. Now, on top of that, this is so beautiful. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups have come out together. So this is telling me that there's a lot going on below the surface for both of you, and you aren't tapping into this. It's definitely time to have this conversation. Now, I don't know if you're not feeling appreciated by your partner, but I'm getting a real sense of that, and this Four of Cups is showing up too. So remember to focus on what's good around you while you wait for this sort of phase to sort of move its way out. As I've said this, I've seen, they've shown me a mountain and it being moved. So don't give up faith, because mountains can be moved so quickly. Like they actually went like this and moved it. Like, you can get through this a lot quicker. It's not going to affect you the way you think it will. It's not going to draw itself out for a lot of you. I feel like your partner is not seeing or taking your care and consideration and seeing it as being badgered or being, they're feeling overwhelmed by it. That's okay. That's okay. They will come around. They will start to appreciate why you're asking questions and why you're worrying about them. What do I want to ask? Okay, singles, I want to find out what's going on, or separate. I want to find out what's going on with the person you're waiting for. The World. There's a changing in cycles. I'm so sorry to cough. I thought I could make it through this video without the change. There's a change in cycle. So if they're following a certain pattern and they've continued to follow this pattern, there will be a change. There will be a shift for you first, which will then knock on for a shift for them. I think we're going to end it there. I'm also seeing a Leo as I say this. A Leo, definitely a Taurus. There's so much earth here. So there's a group of you that this message is definitely for. Okay. Okay. Yep. So this is a more even give and take in the situation, especially for separated people and for couples. And the Hanged Man. I feel like you're coming out of the Hanged Man. You're coming out of that waiting energy and you're moving forward. There's a change in cycles and it will be more balanced. There will be a give and take. You're not going to feel like you're the only one climbing up this mountain or trying to move this mountain, Aquarius. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if this resonates for you. I love you lots. I cannot wait to see you for July. Mwah.